Welcome to Two Guys, Three Crowns, the podcast that talks about what it's really like to live in Stockholm, Sweden. I'm Sean, and with my fellow American Rodney, we break down the good, the bad, and the just plain weird. It's quite the journey, so join us for the ride.
Hjärtligt välkomna till alla våra svenska lyssnare och dagens inspelning av Två killar, tre kronor. Google Translate.
I got the first half of it, believe it or not. Welcome to all of our Swedish listeners.
Exactly.
Points.
I thought I'd throw people for a loop. So they're going to be like, here it comes. And they can be like, hey, who's the Swedish dude?
Yeah, who's this guy?
Yeah, so that's a little treat for our Swedish listeners.
I was going to start off with, hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
For the next 12 months? No.
A little, what is that? Simon and Garfunkel?
Yes.
Because,
yes.
I don't know if you know, but we are on our last week of daylight savings time, people. This time next Sunday, your world is going to be a whole lot darker.
Yeah. You won't be able to see us at all.
Yeah, my closet with the two little tiny lights, they're not going to be enough. I'll just be a black screen here talking to you.
Hey, but you said it was pretty cold in there today. You might need to start putting some of those jackets on.
I know, all these jackets behind me.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's blustery, it's cold, and I know that in about 6 months' time, I'm going to be looking at Klart and going, 7 degrees is a high. Woo! Put on the shorts. Let's go.
Go, right.
Bust out the spam. Time for a luau.
Hey, so we went for our walk today. It was the fastest, briefest walk we've taken to date.
Brisk. Very brisk.
Yeah. I mean, we got done with our walk. I mean, it was like super fast paced. It was so cold. And, like, oh, gosh, it's beautiful out here. It's like, do. We get back to the car, and my Apple Watch was like, hey, should I have recorded something? It was like my workout. The workout was so quick, I had to leave it on in the car for a little while. I was like, I got to cheat. I got to put on some extra kilometers here.
Let me tell you, to go drop off the little man at preschool, I got to take the ferry across the water, which is only like 5 minutes, practically door to door almost, like 7 minutes door to door.
Right.
But to get out on that water, it's like, it's only October, and I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Yeah. Don't make me go. Hanada, don't make me go.
I know, exactly. But the other good thing, the silver lining of this situation is now that we're squarely in Q3, we are approaching the holiday season. So I have got my candy put aside already in case kids start knocking on the door tomorrow because they don't know how Halloween works here.
I saw another article yesterday. I did a quick search just to find out. I searched for Halloween in Sweden just to find out. I was like, okay, let me find out what day Halloween is going to be celebrated in Sweden. So I found this article, and it starts off by saying, well, it's typically celebrated, in the United States, it's celebrated on the 30th, 31st. No,
dude, you've been here too long, man. It's the 31st.
Yeah. Exactly. But what it said was, don't be surprised if they show up the weekend before because they want to eat the candy during the week, or they could show up.
This isn't Lord Day Goodies.
Later.
Get out of here with that.
It said they could show up a week later because there's a little conflict with All Saints, Hallows Eve, or
Halloween is
Day.
All Hallows Eve, and then the next day is All Saints Day. So at least as whenever I was told, you put the jack-o'-lanterns out to ward off the evil spirit. So it was all kind of tied to the same thing. So you make it to All Saints Day. Back when they would say knock on wood and you were knocking the devil away from you by knocking the wood.
Right. Well, after reading that article, I was even more confused than I was before I Googled. I was like, I'll just leave it alone. I'm not even gonna.
But it's like, so
And now, with these in these day like this day and age, would you like just hang a bag of candy outside on the handle or the door handle
well,
or
so
something? I
you
don't
get
know
a
if you're allowed to.
broomstick, and then you put the
And,
bucket. You got to have a bucket with a handle, and then you like
okay.
slowly, like kind of like how they fed the T-Rex in Jurassic Park, where they lowered the goat down. I think that's
Okay,
kind of
got
the
it.
accepted maneuver right now.
Okay.
Like, don't say
You were
trick or
like,
treat, or what's the boo's or goodies,
yeah, boo
yeah,
Selegudis.
which
Yeah.
is boo or treats, trick or treat. No,
I was wondering where you're going to go with that broomstick thing. I'm like, what? You push the kids off of the porch
yeah, get back.
towards like,
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, don't say it. Don't say the words. Don't breathe through your mouth. I'll just throw.
yeah,
I'll throw candy at you. Give me like one of
yeah,
those T-shirt guns that you see at baseball games. Poof,
right.
fire it up to the third tier. Like, here's your
Little
candy.
pastries. Right. Hey, I was thinking about your little walk to work and how chilly it is. You guys are kind of on the ground floor.
Yes.
It's a shame that you're not higher up because then you could like zip line.
Ooh, I
You
totally
could
would.
zip
I
line-
totally would.
You could zip line Dylan to school. You could like SMS and be like, "Hey, I'm sending Dylan."
That's right. Buckle up, kid. You're going for a ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we have the weather closing in. I'm closing the barbecue for the season. Dun, dun, dun. So I've got to do all of the disassemble the propane tank and then set it somewhere underneath cover, but not next to the grill because, you're not supposed to do that kind of thing. And then say,
right.
goodbye, grill. I'll see you in early February.
Yeah. That's a
Got to
tough
take
one.
the cushions in. I'm trying to like pace myself with all the neighbors around, and they're all
Right.
like, we're the only ones with cushions left on the outside furniture now. I'm like, it's time. It's time.
Yes. We had prepped everything. We had prepped everything yesterday. Lana had kind of half opened the umbrella so that it would dry, and then she wiped down the table, and we're like, first thing we get up in the morning, let's go ahead and do it all. And last night, as we're watching TV, we start hearing the rain.
Oh no.
Yeah, so everything got all wet again, and I'm like, don't have to do that this weekend. But yeah, we are definitely closing in on time to pack
all
up
all the plants that were flowering outside last weekend in the Swedish Mirage, they all got to come inside. The lemons are inside, so now Dylan's trying to pick the unripe lemons every 2 minutes. Lemons, good will be.
Yeah. We're getting ready to do the clothes shuffle. So we were starting to look at like the shoes that go out, and then the shoes that come in, and the jackets that go out,
That's
and
true.
the jackets.
Yeah, I haven't
we're
even
getting-
gotten to that point yet. I'm still on
we-
whatever is the shoe that I can slip on and slip off. Like, don't give me
Right.
laces right now with like the Dylan drop offs and pickups. Like, I can't do it.
No, got to have the
Yeah,
quickie shoes.
I can
Gotta
still
have, like,
I
the,
can still get away with the quickie shoes up until it starts getting frosty on the sidewalk.
Foppatoffler. Those.
Papa Toffler.
Yeah, the clogs, the sports clogs.
What,
the
Crocs?
Spongy Crocs. Yeah, Foppatoffler.
It's way easier to just say Crocs.
Crocs. Yeah. There's one thing there that I keep on telling myself when it starts getting damp like this, because I have those as my backup shoes for like running out to the laundry or going out back, having the Crocs. But there is a hole at the very front, like strategically placed on Crocs. So if you try and sneak around outside when it's wet, you can't keep your feet from getting there. You can't. There's no way.
No good. No good.
Nope. I've tried to walk backwards. It doesn't. That just took.
But the other funny thing about this time of year, as we're now entering the cold weather season, is there's a whole, well, assuming we can ever socialize again, given COVID, but there's like a whole other unspoken Swedish fashion etiquette for winter. And because You go over to someone's house. Let's say you're having a dinner party. Let's say there's a couple couples, couple couples coming over, right? So everyone's got to take their shoes off at the door. So you got to have some nice socks. You can't be having some like white holy socks, Yeah, exactly. Happy socks. You got to have like a crazy print sock here,
Yeah. Yeah. That's got to be the worst when you end up in a situation where you got to take your shoes off, or you hadn't really planned on taking your shoes off.
It's like, no, I forgot to go to the bathroom. I'll see you next time.
Yeah. It's like, okay, go to the physical therapist, take off my shoes, and it's like, okay, well, if I pull on the heel, maybe the hole will go under my big toe.
Well, you're in trouble when, like, the public offices, they finally start pulling out the little bags that go on your feet.
Oh,
then now we're in winter.
The shower caps.
Yes.
The shower
caps, the blue shower caps, the old lady shower caps that go on your shoes.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're in winter. That's official winter.
It's only a matter of time before you join the parents who have forgotten to take those off or left. I've made it pretty far. One time I made it pretty far with those on. Ran in, dropped the kid off, forgot to take off the blue safety.
Run into the preschool, throw them at the teacher. Here, you take them. I'm out of here.
Exactly. And they're like, hey, don't forget to take off those blue.
Yeah, we'll reuse them. We'll be environmentally responsible.
Yes. Wintertime in Sweden. But we're not there yet.
No.
First, we need to really mess with our systems and set clocks and do all that kind of stuff.
But at least we can start to enjoy some new fall food. Like I sent you pictures last night. I've got to give a little shout out.
Yeah.
I've got to give a little shout out to a previous guest of ours, Mr. Risotto himself, Patrick Risotto. So we were blessed with a copy of his cookbook. So last night I went all in and I made the pumpkin risotto. Because it's Halloween time, right? So all these little grocery stores, they have like the pumpkins out there. So I was like, I'm never going to find this otherwise, so let's try it. Took about, 2 hours to do the solid prep of break down the pumpkin and everything. But man, let me tell you, people highly recommend it. Very hard to screw up. Incredibly delicious. So good.
You sent me like the before and after picture. And I was very impressed. It looks fantastic. And I'm wondering, we'll see if we can find the recipe for that. That would be cool to share.
Well,
that
it's in the book. I'll take a picture. We can post it on our Instagram.
Yeah,
we'll tell Bjorn to take a back seat for a week, and then we'll post the pumpkin.
We'll go ahead and post a pumpkin. Yeah, but it looked awesome. That looked really, really good. And it looked a wee bit darker because you went with a slightly different wine.
Oh, yeah. Well,
flavor.
I forgot that I was making risotto. So when I made my Systemic run to the liquor store, I forgot to get like a little pony bottle of white wine. So I had to use the red wine. But whatever. Wine is wine, It's just a different color.
Stop whining. Stop whining.
So good, though. Incredible.
Yes.
And I think the secret is because he uses gorgonzola cheese in there. It was chef's kiss. Just
Wow.
Spectacular.
Patrick would be proud. Yes.
While he's out sitting somewhere in the Italian sunshine in the countryside, like being fed by nanas.
Hey, have you seen, there's quite a few ads now for like getting ready already for Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving dinner stuff is starting to.
I know I just said it's the holiday season, but they have an order to them. I've got to get through Halloween before I get to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But I do have something for us to try this year. We have to try it. It's that pie place. There's a new pie place. In Stockholm. Pie.
Well, what kind of pie are we talking about? Are we talking about sweet pie, British pie, Swedish pie?
They had no. It's they could be. I mean, it's made here.
Swedish pie is like quiche.
No, this is like real pie.
Pie.
Like, I mean, I saw sweet potato pie up there. They are taking orders for pumpkin pie. They have cookies and stuff, and they look Fantastic.
What's the name of the place?
It is. I don't know. I don't know.
Good tip.
It's that pie place. Wait, it's the pie place.
Google the new pie place in Stockholm.
It's the pie place that does all the. I mean, how many places can there be?
I love it. No,
but yeah, I'll find out what the pie place is.
We'll put it in the description when we figure out sometime tomorrow.
Pie to the people _ STHLM.
Stockholm, yeah.
Pie to the people, Stockholm. Yeah.
Okay. So was that their Instagram handle?
That's the Instagram.
Okay.
And I was in there checking out. Yeah, I think I gained like 3 pounds just checking out the pictures of all of the pies.
I like it.
Yes, I'm definitely going to be in there ordering me some pie. Are you ready for a game, Sean?
A game?
Yes.
The crowd goes wild.
Yes. And I think it's one of your favorites. It's one that we did a while back, and I know I caught you off guard then, and it looks like I might be catching you off guard now.
Catching me off guard. Oh, I like this.
Yes.
Hit me, surprise me, hit me.
And we're gonna go free association. We're gonna go. We're not filling in blanks. I'm just gonna go ahead and just pop a word out there, and then you associate and give me the
a little wordplay. I like it.
Yes.
Hit me, Jack.
Here we go. Obstacle.
Winter's my obstacle, man. Coronavirus is my obstacle.
I was trying to figure out if I should keep them easy or if I should if I should make them challenging. Okay, here we go. Ready? Here comes the next one.
Ready.
Flexible.
Flexible, like how your wheels are going to have to be. Flexible to all your different tires soon. Have you thought about that since you just bought a car?
Yes, we actually have 2 sets of winter tires right now because we have winter tires for the old car and we have winter tires for the new car.
But do the old ones fit on the new car?
No,
I don't think so. Every tire is different.
Exactly, and they're slightly smaller. Like the new car is slightly smaller, so the tires are slightly smaller. But yeah, so those are out next to the table.
Next to the table?
Yeah, the outdoor table. Because,
okay.
Yeah, and the tarp that we have to put over and cover all the lawn furniture and stuff is actually covering the winter tires right now. So,
So speaking of things, we talked about the pie place that you couldn't remember the name of.
Yes.
So you're going to have to throw them away or sell them on Block-It, right?
The tires?
Yeah.
No, they're going with the car.
Winter tires? The old car?
Yeah.
I'm talking about the tires. You didn't sell the old car yet.
Yeah, the old car's gone.
Well, then why do you have the winter tires?
Because the car went to somebody we know, and he didn't need the tires right away. So.
Okay. I was going to try and say the app that I can't remember now that hauled away my sofas. I'm like, that's who you need, man.
Tires for the people.
Tires for the people. _ STHLM.
Exactly. No, but so that we'll be tire free around here pretty soon.
Nice. So then you'll just have the normal 2 sets of tires. So you'll still be overrun in tires.
Hey, but these winter tires aren't even like the old ones have the dub, or I don't know what they call them. They're studded, studded tires.
They've got
but the new ones aren't.
Like cleats.
Yeah, the new ones aren't.
Oh yeah. So how are they winter tires? They're just extra wide tread or something?
Why the tread on them is something pretty vicious, but I don't know. I'm kind of old fashioned, but they're not environmentally friendly. Because it tears up the road when you have the.
Yeah, and it flings rocks really fast at people's windshields.
Yeah. Well, these ones look kind of like my shoes, where you end up having to dig all the gravel out of your shoes to get any kind of traction back. Because
which brings up the other problem. You have to scrape all those rocks out of otherwise they don't work anymore.
Out of the new tires. Exactly. That's my big problem now. I know what I'll be doing next weekend.
Lovely.
Are you ready for word number 3? This is our longest game. I think this is probably our longest game ever. Let's see. Word number 3.
Word number 3. Bum, 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 bum.
Lego.
My ego.
Oh, you went stateside for that one.
Oh, yeah. I got to give a little Charles shout out on that one. Lego my ego.
There you go. Oh, the Eggo waffles. We are going to.
But I have been seeing, what is it? It must be YouTube or something. You know how we get all the Swedish ads over here, right? Looking at YouTube. We're sitting in Sweden, okay.
Yes.
But then it's like all the ads are in Swedish and all that. And lately, it's all been the same Lego commercial for like this. The kid starts building the bunny, and then it's like some dude chasing this bunny around town with like this weird bow and arrow thing. I'll have to send it to you. Wait
a minute.
It's so bizarre. It's an ad on YouTube, on the YouTubes, on the internets, the World Wide Webs.
The webs is okay.
You know how YouTube, like you can't watch a YouTube video anymore without 15 ads playing before you watch it, and they don't let you skip them half the time anymore.
No. Word number 4. Fitness.
That was an interesting concept back in the day. I will say though, I am trying to keep the fitness level up. Thanks, all be praised, SOTS online courses.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, it's been a lifesaver right now because I don't want to go into the gym with people sweating all over stuff. They're like sweating Corona out of them. Ugh, no thank you.
No.
Yeah. So I've been doing all like the at-home training because you don't need weights in most of those courses to do this stuff. So I've been on Tabata, full body. It's like 15 minutes, like a high intensity interval training kind of thing for 15 minutes, and then you're done.
That's it.
So it's perfect. You always have time for that.
15 minutes.
Yeah, and by the end you're dying. It's surprisingly effective.
Hey, like if you haven't worked out in a while, I haven't worked out in a while. 15 minutes might as well. Yeah, but that might as well be like an hour. Like when when you're trying to get back into it again.
Oh yeah. It's crazy. Like, because I went through a spell where I wasn't working out a lot, especially with doing the whole daddy daycare, the paternity leave thing, and then you don't really have time. You're like full time taking care of this crazy baby, tearing your house apart. So then I started getting back into it, and I went straight because I used to do like strength training stuff and all that.
Right.
Pre-corona days. So I went into this Tabata thing. I was like, 15 minutes, I can do that. And then the first day I was like sweating buckets by the end of the first 15 minutes. And then like normally you have the day after is when you start feeling everything, like 2 days later. Yeah. No, dude, the next morning I was like, I cannot move.
Right.
I was like, man, 15 minutes. This is going to change the world. How did I not know about this before? Fitness.
Hey, the yoga thing I tested. I tested yoga when I was away. I was like, yoga's got to be flexible, feels good. It's kind of my pace. I figure I can get in there and do it. I went, and it was me and three other women, I think.
Yeah.
And one of them came in. She brought her own mat and stuff. You could tell, like,
oh yeah.
Like she was like into the whole thing. Another lady came and saw that the one lady had a mat, so she took off. I guess she was like, okay, I didn't bring my mat. She was gone. We started doing some of those stretches, and I almost took out one of the ladies. And then, like,
yeah, but if you can keep with it for like 2 months, it's amazing the change and flexibility that your body can go through. It's amazing.
I did it. I think I went 3 days that week, and just by the third day,
yeah, it's wild.
Then I wasn't throwing up anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Then you can actually bend over and touch your toes. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, without killing somebody.
Yeah, but that's like I think I mentioned before. Like I was doing the hot yoga thing,
right?
Because I would do like the one class. It was body balance at SOTS. It's like a Pilates and yoga mix kind of thing.
Okay.
And the instructor who was running the class, she was one of these that she could do like every yoga position, and she could levitate and twist herself inside out and all this stuff. But then I started doing hot yoga. And just by doing that, you're in the room that's like 40 degrees Celsius or something, 38, whatever it is, something crazy. And you're doing all these stretches and movements and blah, blah, blah. And then like after one of those classes, you can at least 20% more flexibility, like almost instantly. It's
Holy
wild.
Smokes.
Wild.
Okay.
I couldn't believe it. But the problem was when I first came back here to Sweden after Brazil, I went into one of these hot yoga classes, you know, back when I was like, coronavirus at the gym, I'll be okay. I escaped Brazil, you know. And then I go in this room, and then it was like 40 degrees, and I'm like, it's kind of balmy in here.
40.
I did the whole thing, and I pretty much wasn't sweating. I'm like, this isn't gonna work for me anymore.
Yeah.
I've been sitting in the Brazilian jungle
That's
too
what
long.
I was gonna say.
I got my Florida blood back.
You were sitting there telling everyone, "You call this heat? This ain't heat.
Crank it up, man! Come on, let's go."
Heat. We got a window open. Come on, bring it.
Exactly. Crank it up.
My list that I have for you, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go. I don't know why this even ended up on the list, but tell me what comes to mind. Okay. Rhubarb.
Rhubarb? Dude, that sounds like your password to some account that you don't want anyone to find out about. Or it's like your safe word.
Okay, yeah, wait, maybe it is. It's in the notebook where I have all my passwords. Okay. Hey, listeners out there, you did not hear the word rhubarb or the numbers 1937.
Yeah, just open up your bank ID app and type in rhubarb, and then next thing you know.
Speedo.
So this conjures so many things. So many places I could go with this.
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about food and then like segue into Speedo.
Well, you know, bananas, so.
Yeah, right.
But we don't really have, in Sweden, there's not that big of a, like, well, when you say Speedo, I imagine the first thing that comes to mind is like the very tight, like tighty-whitey sort of swimsuit that you see a lot in Europe.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But you see that more so in like Italy and like Southern Europe, I think. You don't really see that too much here. Here it's more about like the Villa Brequin, like the French Riviera kind of half-cut trunk shorts.
Exactly.
But not so. But Brazil, I can tell you, it's all about that. So you wear your board shorts,
okay,
over top of your what do they call it? I'll have to look up the word.
Okay.
But there's like a specific word for it for the little Speedo. So you can have like traditional Speedo, more thong-esque shape, or you have one that kind of just looks like a rectangle.
Huh.
It's just like straight across.
Just a simple, just like
more kind of like a boxer brief underwear kind of cut.
Okay. So you have the option to go board shorts or just whoop-sha, and then.
Well, so everyone goes to the beach wearing their board shorts, but then to get in the water, they take them off.
Okay.
So that's why you can always spot the gringo, because he's going in the water with his board shorts on.
With his board shorts.
I'm like,
rookie.
bro, I'm not wearing that thing underneath. I'm like, my American butt isn't made to fit in those things.
Made for. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think. But I think it's like a whole. If you're not used to it, I guess I wouldn't know what to do with my hands. I
mean, oh man, this time of year though, that's like good problems to have. I gotta throw that out there. That's,
unless they got Speedos with pockets, I wouldn't, what do you like?
Well, maybe they have to do like the bike outfits, nah? Because Speedo makes all sorts of stuff that's really tight, like swimming goggles and
tight.
And like workout apparel, like those guys trying to be Lance Armstrong,
right?
They've got like the pocket sewn into the back, so they've always got this weird cell phone shaped bulge in their lower back.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where they have to throw the wallet and all that stuff and the keys.
Unless you put them on backwards, and then you got this. Yeah, you got your cell phone. Nah. Yeah, Speedo.
Better than rhubarb, though. Again, no one heard that.
No, 1937.
Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. That'll do it for this week's episode. Don't forget, early in the morning on October 25th, we fall back an hour. That's right, the end of daylight savings time here in Sweden. I'm not ready. But the bright side is, you'll only be a day away from the next episode of 2 Guys, 3 Crowns.